the organizing director of this training program, would give a short brief biodata of Dr. Professor Alok Kumar Patra, Professor and Head, Department of Agronomy, UUT.
Thank you, Dr. Parak. The opportunity to welcome our speaker of this session, Professor Alok Kumar Patra ji. Professor Alok Kumar Patra graduated in agriculture from Chiplima campus of Odisha University of Agriculture and Technology in the year 1988. He obtained his MSc degree in agriculture in agronomy from Institute of Agriculture, Vishwabharati Santiniketan in the year 1990 and PhD in agronomy from Vidhan Chandra Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, Mohanpur, West Bengal in the year 1996. He has an MBA degree from IGNOU, New Delhi. Professor Patra has published about 100 research papers, 130 popular scientific articles and bulletins, 12 books and 35 book chapters. He has 32 years of experience in research and teaching in agroforestry and agronomy. His research areas include agroforestry and integrated farming system. He has served as the chief agronomist in the AICRP on in the ICAR, AICRP on integrated farming system, OUT, Bhubaneswar for several years and has vast experience on formulating different IFS modules for small and marginal farmers of the state of Odisha. Presently, Dr. Patra is working as the Professor and Head, Department of Agronomy, OUT Bhubaneswar. Now I request Professor Patra to deliver his talk on the topic Integrated Farming System for Food and Nutritional Security. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bhavani. Good afternoon, everybody. Now, the topic is food and nutritional security through IFS. Before coming to food and nutritional security, let us have a glimpse on the challenges that are facing Indian agriculture at present. So we have to move forward. So maintaining, enhancing, or at least maintaining the crop productivity, soil fertility, and the consumers are now more conscious about healthy food. Their lifestyle is being changed over the years. But on the other hand, the ecosystem due to agricultural practices, the existing agricultural practices has changed, and the contribution to global warming and emission is also increasing through the existing agricultural practices. So it is a great challenge before the policymakers and the agricultural scientists to combat it. So also at the same time, we have to ensure economic viability of the farms and adapting the agriculture to climate change. So in short, we can say that produce more from less for more. And we have to shift from the crop to food system. Earlier, our research priority was to crops, but now we have to go for food system. What food the consumers prefer, and farm to fork, that means all together it is a from producer to consumer, and the research orientation should be formulated in that way, and yield maximization to yield maximization, income maximization, and climate sensitive to climate resilient agriculture. We have to focus on these aspects. So at present, the Indian agriculture is facing a lot of problems. We can go on counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and so many. But the solution may be with the integrated farming systems. And IFS or integrated farming system is nothing new. So when agriculture started, very briefly, if we go with the agricultural history of the human, then people were living in the forests, and they were their livelihood was gathering and hunting. But after some times they realized that if they left over from their food they throw, and the similar type of crops are coming up. So agriculture started from there, and along the course of water bodies in the forest areas, they started settled agriculture. At the same time also, they reared some or domesticated some species, animal or bird species. So simultaneously, both crops and livestock were nurtured by the people by that time. So that was integrated, or that was a farming system. So many modifications over the years have occurred, and but there was at that time the need was less, but due to demographic pressure, it has changed over the times, and it was very old practice, the integrated the farming system, but the science inculcated to it is very new. That means we have to in a cycle, because by that time demand was less and availability was plenty. But now the time has changed. We have focused our new arena of research and arrangement of recycling products or byproducts of one module or one component is to be linked with another component or module. That will reduce the cost of overall cost of the production, and at this same time it will also increase the benefits or the total or net income of the system. So there is no, in IFS, there is nothing such as waste, organic, particularly organic waste. Here, organic waste is a misplaced resource according to the Food and Agricultural Organization. Then reduction in, it will lead to reduction in cost of production and increase in productivity per unit area. So since in an IFS model, there are a number of systems, your horticulture, crops, apiary, fishery, etc., or livestock. So it is a system of systems. So it also gives both productive and protective benefits. Productive that we can measure, it is quantitatively we can express it, or in monetary values we can convert it. But protective benefits, it cannot be measured quantitatively, or we cannot express it in monetary values. But as a whole, it gives a better life to the society. And it is a family farming. 2014 was declared by the UNO as the year of family farming. It means, so from school going children to elderly people in the family, divert some of their time or contribute their labor to this system or farming. It will increase the productivity and reduce the cost of production, particularly for small and marginal farmers. And if family labor is not fully utilized in the farming or integrated farming system, it may not be as remunerative as we assume usually. And unit of, when we talk of the unit of the IFS integrated farming system, it is household, not in, we cannot express it in liter or kg or number, or in hectare rice crop 5 hectare, sugarcane 10 hectare, or 2 ponds of 0.4 hectare each, or 10 milk cows, or 200 layers. In this way, we cannot express it. It is, unit is household. In a locality or in a region, if there are 100 households, so there are, the unit is 100 households. Each household is a unit, and we cannot give the general recommendation even if the management practices, technology, or edaphic factor, climatic factors, ecological conditions are same, because the farmers or households, their choice may be different, and they may their resource base may be different from each other. So for each household, we have to a separate recommendations. So integrated farming system, if we go on larger perspective, it is one health. So it is all interrelated: soil, plant, livestock, human, environment, and as a whole planet. So each are linked to each other. So in one health, we consider integrated farming system, and it is regenerative agricultural practices. That means we have to take care of soil. So if soil is healthy, then everything will be in natural way. So we will move to natural way of practice in agriculture. The natural insurance against weather, climate related risks, all these are nature based. Biodiversity conservation and utilization, since a number of modules are there, so a number of both plant and animal species or agro biodiversity is improved, increased. And sustainability, once there are a number of modules, so and we are going towards the organic way or recycling, so it is sustainable by nature, and it gives employment, it creates employment opportunity to the family members and retain rural youth through value chain of development. This is value addition, and through the FPOs, farmers producers group, we can move towards, we can engage the rural youth. And 3 E's of IFS, if we concise it: enhanced productivity, economic prosperity, and ecological sustainability. Though ecological sustainability, we have almost achieved the food security to some extent, but the ecological, at the cost of ecological sustainability due to the green revolution. Our nature is being due to global warming or many other, the soil health is decreasing. So this with the traditional agricultural practices. So ecological sustainability is one of the major criteria that can be focused through IFS. So IFS is also friendly to nature, the technology available, it is market oriented, and gender and culture. Gender, most of the activities in integrated farming system, particularly for horticultural crops, these vegetables, then livestock rearing, birds, poultry birds, then small ruminants, etc. These are also women friendly. So gender biasness is not there, and it can, in a family, this we can go, we can move forward. So principles of IFS integrated farming: soil quality enrichment. It is one of the objective or goal of integrated farming system. Then naturally economic profitability or enhanced profitability, increased employment opportunity, food security, nutritional security with all the modules from both vegetable and animal protein or other food materials, egg, meat, fish, honey, mushroom, then crops, pulses, fruits, vegetables. These are also available from this integrated farming system approach. And biodiversity conservation, since we are having a number of crops or animals, so agro biodiversity is conserved. Better nutrient cycling, so the byproducts from one component or module is being used as an important input for another production system. So byproducts of crop byproducts or animal droppings or cow dung, these can be converted to farmyard manure or vermicompost with appropriate practices. And climate resilience. So these systems as a whole, holistically, it is climate resilient. So integrated farming system approach should be sustainable. So it will lead to sustainable livelihood. So this in 4 mechanisms in any production system, at one side we have some inputs and other side we desire some outputs. So in between some biological processes are there. So these biological processes which are beneficial, they should be enhanced. Which are not beneficial or harmful, they should be reduced. In that, if that can be practiced and enhanced, then our system will be sustainable. So here in integrated farming system, it increases the productivity, reduced cost of production, through the recycling processes and increase in employment. And also, since a number of modules are there, if due to some biotic or abiotic stresses, if the one module incurs loss, that can be compensated by another module. So there are a number of modules we can include in our system. It is not that all that modules available with us that should be given or taken in an integrated farming system. Two or more than two, but there must be a linkage between them, well-defined relationship or linkage. There is a difference between mixed farming and integrated farming. Mixed farming, there may be a number of modules, but there may not be any relationship or linkage between or among the modules. But in case of integrated farming system, there must be an well-defined linkage or relationship between two or among more the components or modules that have been chosen for that system. So these are the modules we can take as per our suitability. It depends upon the climatic factors, soil factors, edaphic factors, then resource base, resource available with the farm family, then market demand, the family's choice. So these are some of the criteria by which we can choose. Also the existing system where the farm family is taking up, and schematically we have to go or homework so that we can know if I include or introduce new modules, if my total, what will be the benefit to me. So that way I can choose the modules for my system. So these are at Bhubaneswar, these pond-based farming system we can take. So at a pond-based farming system of 1 hectare, so 1 hectare can give about 9 to 10 lakhs gross return and 7 lakhs net profit in a year. Up to initial net return may be less, but after sustainability is achieved, after 5 years, the profitability or net income goes up to 7 lakhs per year from 1 hectare of when pond, dairy, horticulture, poultry are integrated to this system. Next. And besides this regular modules, crop or fishery or livestock, we can also count these activities, vocational activities or homestead vocation, or in other words, we can say value addition to the agricultural produce. These are also any activity that improves the livelihood of a farm family that can be counted as an module or system of integrated farming system. That is paper plate making in Indian conditions, then cane work or bamboo work, tailoring, embroidery, paper packets, spice making, even procuring the agricultural produce at the harvest time when the market price is low, and after some time when during the lean period it can be marketed at market price goes high, we can sell it. So that practice is also that is feasible for landless households which have some monetary capital. They can invest in that way also. Composting, spice making, all these are also value added products that can be. So these are value-added products. These photographs are from rural areas. School dropouts, both boys and girls can be engaged in this activity. When a agricultural produce has low market price at the time of harvest, that they can be preserved in some other ways like sauce making or pickle, then papad and other dry fish. and from milk we can prepare ghee, butter at small scale, and it costs investment is low, and within as the reasonable investment we can make more profit, or the livelihood of a farm family can be improved. So benefits are many in from integrated farming system, both productive and protective. So if we summarize these profits, we can go like this: the ecosystem services, that provisional services, we can get the as our major staple food like rice, then pulses, vegetables, fruits, etc., fish, milk, meat, egg, then regulatory service, cow dung, that manures, organic manures for the crop production and vegetables, fruits, etc., carbon sequestration, water productivity is also increased. Then Shannon index, that is, it gives the biodiversity in case number of each species as well as their evenness, that an individual species and their number it gives. So that can be improved. Economic services like net returns, benefit cost ratio, employment generation, agrotourism, comes under cultural services. So all these services we can get from the integrated farming system. So coming to the food and nutritional security issues, so integrated farming system is a complete solution, maybe a complete solution to food and nutritional security. Though after Green Revolution in 1960s, perhaps that was the biggest change in agricultural practices that ever humankind has seen. So that is a great change. That was a need by that time, but that checked the starvation and hunger all over the world, particularly in African countries and Asian, South Asian countries. But at present, still there persists hunger, starvation. We have achieved food security, but still somewhere here and there, starvation is there, hunger is there. But through IFS, these problems can be changed, or we can have some solutions, since it combines activities of food crop production with horticultural, vegetables, animal husbandry, fishery, forestry, and other sciences related to farming on the same field, or at the same time, or almost at the same time, needs to be developed for a solution to food and nutritional security problems. We can get, or we can achieve this through IFS, integrated farming system. So the model food and nutritional security models can be developed. FSN farming system, farming system for nutrition model. So under this we can classify into 4 groups, like crop intervention. It is for small and marginal farmers. So crop diversification through varietal substitution of nutrient-rich crops, with in a single crop or specific crop we can change variety with higher nutrient contents, or we can change the existing crops to another, the nutrient-rich or nutrient-dense crops. Similarly, animal husbandry intervention for landless and marginal farmers. Backyard poultry, even without any land, a farm family with some backyard poultry, they can, or the family can get their livelihood. Small ruminants and small scale fisheries. Then third one, homestead nutrition garden intervention for households having homestead land. So in that homestead land, we can grow biofortified vegetables and fruits on the backyard, or nutrition gardens, in other words we can say it, and in schools and ICDS centers, and it is to be linked to midday meal program, so that the malnutrition with the children below 7 or 8 years that or school going children 15 years below, so that can be enhanced. The nutritional or fresh vegetables can be supplied through Anganwadi and also midday school midday meal, and all these